Hey everyone. In this video, I want to talk to you about how to crush interviews. I actually have an interview later today, so I figured I should share some of the tips that I use myself to do really well with interviews. So I'll be going over 5 tips that I have for you, which are 1. Do your homework. 2. Ground yourself. 3. Reframe nervousness. 4. Be authentic and connect. And 5. Follow up if needed. So to jump right into it, the first tip is to do your homework. So what this means is research the company that you're interviewing with so that you have good background information relating to the company, and also so you know whether or not you truly want to work there, because that's important as well. Don't just go for any job, go for something that you actually want to work for. And that also means doing your homework, doing your research on the job role itself, the function of that role, so that way you can relate it to your past experience. So during the interview, you can tell the interviewer how certain job functions relate to your prior experience. That will make you look really good in their eyes, because it will show that, hey, you're actually a good fit for this role because your past experience lines up with X, Y, and Z job function for the role that you're hiring or you're interviewing for. So that's a really important thing. Always do your homework. But then number 2, this is super important. Ground yourself before the interview. So for that, what I like to do is I like to meditate for a bit, for maybe 5 to 10 minutes before the interview. Always show up early. I'd say like 10 to 15 minutes early is a good time to show up. And then take that time to just sit there and meditate. Get in your body and out of your head. So start feeling your body in space. Feel your butt touching the chair that you're sitting in. Feel your feet touching the ground. Just feel your chest going up and down as you breathe. That sort of thing. Get out of your head, because quite often the thing that makes people trip up during interviews is they'll be way too in their heads when they should be getting more into their body so they can ground themselves and relax. So focus on that. But also part of grounding is having confident body posture. This is huge for interviews, because there's this whole thing about tricking your mind using your body. And when you have confident body posture, your mind is naturally going to assume that you are confident. You're going to feel more confident. So confident body posture is often about taking up a lot of space. So rather than sitting with your arms crossed, like, do not do that. That's going to close you off and make you go inwards. So instead, relax outwards. Have your arms kind of held out wide. If you're in a chair, have them out wide on the armrest. Relax. Have your legs decent space apart. Don't cross them or anything like that. You basically just want to be open with your body. So avoid having any of your limbs crossed, because that tends to make people become a little bit shy and nervous. It's like closing yourself off from the world. So don't do that. Have confident body posture. So that's tip number 2, ground yourself. The third tip I have for you is reframe your nervousness. This is a big one, because so often we feel nervous before interviews, right? But sometimes you may actually be excited. But I take the stance of saying, in general, you should always tell yourself that you're feeling excited, because nervous energy and excited energy are pretty similar. Like, when you think about it, there's not all that much of a difference between the two. It's more so your thoughts when you're feeling that energy. So, knowing that, fool yourself into believing that you're excited. So keep telling yourself you're excited, you're not nervous. So just say, even if the interviewer asks you, are you feeling a bit nervous? You could be like, no, I'm feeling more excited, that sort of thing. Just keep reminding yourself you're feeling excited, not nervous, and that will trick your mind into just being a bit more comfortable, because now you're looking forward to the interview as opposed to dreading it. So always come from a place of excitement, not nervousness. And then the 4th tip that I have for you, this gets into the actual interview itself. Be authentic and connect. So what that means is just be yourself. Don't pretend to be someone you're not. Don't pretend to have more experience than you do, because that interviewer, they will find out at a later date whether or not you can actually do the job. So don't lie about yourself. If you aren't fully qualified for that role, be a bit honest and say, hey, look, I don't have all the experience you're looking for, but I can learn those things. I'm a quick learner and I'm a good team player. So if you take a chance on me, I will be able to learn all the job functions in no time flat, and you'll have a great team player, as opposed to if you hire somebody who may already have all the experience you desire, but they may not be as good of a team player. You're better off going with me because I'll fit in with the team dynamic a lot better, and I'll still be able to learn all the job functions anyway. So that sort of thing. I know that sounded a bit salesy, but I don't know. I've done so many interviews. I've gotten good at selling myself in that regard. So just be authentic with it. Just be yourself and aim to connect with the interviewer. So another tip there that can help for connecting with interviewers, if you're doing the interview in person, or even if you're doing it over Zoom or Microsoft Teams, there's still some ways where you can kind of pick up on things that the interviewer enjoys. For instance, maybe they have a picture on their desk of like their family or themselves doing a hobby that they enjoy, or maybe they have just items around their room that show things that they're interested in, things that they enjoy. So speak to that. If they have, for instance, like a football or a trophy relating to football on their desk, I would probably point that out and say, hey, that's a cool trophy. Did you play football growing up? What were your favorite teams? And that sort of thing, just so you have a way of connecting with them on a human level. Because you want to look beyond an interview as being this sort of transactional thing between you, an individual, and somebody representing a company. Realize that that person, the interviewer, they're a human being just like you, so treat them like one. Aim to connect with them on a human level, on a personal level. And when you do that, it helps you tremendously for just making a good presentation to them, because it shows that you actually care about them and you're able to connect with people. So that will go far in selling you to them, because they're going to say, hey, this person has great people skills and they clearly care about me as a person, which is awesome. They're not just viewing me as a way to get into this company, to get an income and that sort of thing. So that helps tremendously. Just aim to connect with the interviewer on a human level. That is so important. And then the fifth and final tip I have for you is just follow up afterwards if needed. I would say in general, you should aim to follow up every time, and it can be as simple as just saying the day after, hey, I enjoyed or I had a great time during the interview with you. I look forward to hearing more about this opportunity. Something like that. Like, it doesn't need to be anything super deep or well thought out. It's literally just saying, hey, I had a good experience and I look forward to hearing more, and I hope you have a great day. That's all you need to say, but just follow up, because it shows that you care about the position. It shows that you're serious, and it shows that you have good, how do I say it? Good business skills? Yeah, pretty much. It shows that you just know what you're doing, because following up is something you should do. It's a good habit. In fact, I wouldn't even be having this interview today if I didn't follow up with the recruiter for the company that I applied for, because she actually didn't respond to one of my prior emails way further down the road, or way earlier down the road, should I say. So I ended up following up with her, and then she actually thanked me for following up because she had been a bit busy, and then there you go. Now I have an interview with them. So following up is super important. It always helps you out. It's never a bad thing unless you're like being too pushy, should I say, or just being a bit weird. Like, all you need to say is just, hey, I had a great time. Thank you for the opportunity, and I look forward to hearing more. That's all I need to say. But anyway, those are pretty much the 5 tips I have for you in this video on how to crush interviews. To go over them again: number 1, do your homework. Number 2, ground yourself before the interview. Number 3, reframe nervousness to excitement. Number 4, be authentic and connect with the interviewer on a human level. And then number 5, just follow up after the interview. So that's pretty much everything. If you've heard my voice shaking, it's because it's pretty freaking cold here, and I thought this jacket would be warm enough on its own, but it isn't. It's pretty chilly. As you can see, there's some ice behind me in this beautiful area, but I probably should have worn more clothing, but oh well. I hope this video hasn't been too bad despite my shaky voice. But anyway, I hope these tips were helpful for you. I know that they're actually what I'll be implementing later today during the interview that I have. But that's all I have for you. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, be sure to subscribe or follow if you like content like this. Otherwise, like the video. That's the easiest way to help me out and engage with that algorithm. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know if these tips are helpful. Let me know if you have other tips for other people for interviews as well. And last but not least, share this video to anyone you think could benefit from it. But anyway, remember guys, we're all on this journey together, so just keep moving forward. That's the most important thing. Just keep practicing these skills for interviews and you will become a pro at them in no time flat. I mean, interviews are very easy for me now, and I haven't even done all that many. Oh, maybe I have, I don't know. I've probably done around 30, maybe less than 30 in my entire life, which maybe that is a lot, I don't know, but they're super easy now, so they're nothing to sweat. But like anything, it just takes practice to get better at them, and then soon enough you won't even think twice about them and they'll just be a normal thing for you. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci.